Hello and God bless. For those who may not be familiar with me, my name is Utah Taylor Roll and I am a seeker of truth. Today we talk about finding God's favor. How does one find God's favor? Anyone here ever felt like your parents favored one of your siblings more than you? Is it okay to favor one of your children more than the other? How many of you are true believers who tithe, sow seeds, for the most of it live a godly life, but yet seem unable to find the favor of God? Every other month you light off, car insurance due, taking a risk driving the car because it ain't licensed, you can't pay the children's school fee, your spouse sweethearting on you, your landlord about to evict you, your boss don't like you, you keep getting overlooked for that promotion. But my brothers and sisters, I speak authoritatively. You can tithe, you can sow, you can roll on the ground, you can sing in tongues, you can ugly up your face all you want. But if you are not totally obedient and committed to God's will, you will not find God's favor. What is the favor of God and how can I get it? The favor of God is best described as tangible evidence or tangible signs that a person has the approval of the Lord. For example, Noah and his family, the whole world was destroyed except them. Now that's some super duper ultimate favor. Let's look at Joseph. Even though he was betrayed by his brothers and sold into slavery, Joseph kept his steadfast faith and emerged from this difficult time to become governor of Egypt and also to rescue his family from famine. Wow. Because he kept his faith in God, he was able to obtain the favor of God. I can go on with a list of biblical characters who found God's favor and even brag about myself, but time won't be sufficient. How many of you has put God on timeout? How many of you just go through the motions, but there's no real sincerity in your heart? How many of you recite a prayer rather than talk to God? How many of you worship the God in your head, but never let him totally into your heart? How many of you claim to be true believers, but despise your neighbor? Right in the house of the Lord, I've seen so many haughty, proud, unforgiving, and jealous Christians. You will never find favor with God until you favor him. Let's look at Eli. Eli was a Jewish priest living in the days of the judges. Eli knew his sons were keeping and eating meat from the sacrifices. He knew that they were having sex with the woman who served at the doorway to the tent of the meetings, but rather than making them stop, he allowed them to continue their sinful actions. Because of this, Eli fell out of favor with God. You can read 1 Samuel 2, chapter 2. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you are guilty of this? You're in church every day of the week, serving the Lord, but your children and household are in the house, not in the house, are in your house, serving the devil. My brother, how can you find favor with God if you're condoning the evil of your children? Isaiah 66:2 says, "These are the ones I look on with favor, those who are humble and contrite in spirit, and who tremble at my word." 2 Chronicles 16:9 says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong on behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him." Church, if we want to gain the Lord's favor, we must be perfect towards him. We must seek his favor more than we seek the favor of mankind. God bless.